Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Melissa Alaba, CEO of VisionWorks Counseling, coaching, breakthrough coach, and therapist. So, I wanted to just talk to you guys quickly about triggers. Oh my goodness, it's the holidays. So, a lot of us are being triggered by different things. So, what exactly is a trigger? A trigger is a very strong emotion, so a negative emotion you might have to a person, you may a memory that may come up, or even an object that you see that may remind you of something can cause a trigger. Triggers are often linked to unresolved things, right? So unresolved feelings, unresolved situations that have happened in our past. Sometimes triggers, as we like to call them, can be like a PTSD symptom, right? So post-traumatic stress disorder, it could be a symptom that we have not dealt with. So someone says something to you, right? And you immediately like hear something else. Often you're being triggered or it's being linked back to something that's not resolved, or it's made you think something that you've thought about yourself in the past. And it's kind of like risen up, or another situation that you've dealt with that looked the same. So during the holidays, this is where we find a lot of our triggers are often linked to people that we know, people that we love, people that we have issues with. And a lot of times that's family that we have not talked about these particular things. Maybe it's something they did in childhood, something that was situational or circumstantial. So it's something that happened last year at Christmas or last year at Thanksgiving. Um, and you see them and they say something and it elicits something. So I'll share one with you guys. I remember years ago, I went to go visit my grandmother when she was still alive. And I had an aunt. Every time she saw, it was a great aunt. Every time she saw me, she would say, "Girl, you need to stop eating." And it would trigger something in me. Oh my goodness, it would trigger something in me because I was like, what is wrong with me? Why is this woman always picking on me? And at the time, I was like a size 10, 5'9", and this woman is still saying I'm not small enough. And so it like impacted me each time. So each time we would have this discussion about it, myself and my cousins. But just those little things can take you to another place. So it made me think of times when I thought maybe I was unworthy, when I thought maybe I needed to do more, when it sometimes it could elicit you going back into perfectionism, things that you felt like you've worked with or dealt with. So many times, like I said, comments, it could be an object. Around this time, we're also thinking about loved ones that have passed on. And so seeing something, a sweet potato pie could make you think about your grandmother. My grandmother always made biscuits. So breakfast, Sunday morning after holidays, having these fresh baked biscuits may elicit those thoughts or what have you about her. So that could be an emotional trigger, which can cause a lot of things. Triggers can cause anger. Triggers can cause depression, where you feel down or sad. Triggers can bring on anxiety, so you may be doing really well with your finances and everything is, going well. And a bill comes in, an unexpected bill comes in the mail. And that can bring on old anxieties, right? Because that one thing elicited old emotions. So it doesn't mean that you're not doing well when a trigger comes up. It just means that there's some work that we need to do. So here's some things. I want to give you guys a couple of things that you could do when a trigger comes up. First, realize that is exactly what happened. Your emotional state just changed. It went from being happy, or maybe you were just okay. You were even killed. Day was going as it needed to go to now you find yourself in one of these lower emotional states. I would say when it happens, if you can, you're not driving, anything like that, you sit yourself down and take some deep breaths. An 8-count deep breath will take you a long way. So 1, take some deep breaths. 2, acknowledge that that's what's happened, and then acknowledge how far you have come and that you're not that person anymore. So put it in its place, right? So put it in its place. And then the third thing you can do is you can journal about it. A lot of times what we need to do is allow our emotions to flow through us. And once they flow through us, we feel a lot better. And then the fourth thing that you can do is, if you need to, talk to the person about it. If it's a situation that's unresolved and you want to have a conversation to get that out in the open, this may be a good space to do that because you notice it keeps coming up for you. All right, those are a few ways that you can work and manage different triggers, especially around the holidays. I want to say we are here to support you. Contact us at www.visionworkscoaching.com to work with myself or some amazing therapist that's on my team. I'll talk to you guys soon.